Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, the direct line for you to me and my crew to purchase this or any watch you see on the Watchbox Reviews site. So today we are discussing the Patek Philippe 5160R-001, an officer-style case, a hunter case back, perpetual calendar with retrograde date, and fully engraved. This is a watch that bowed in 2013 in its engraved form. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, easy to wear, 38 millimeters in diameter, 11.8 millimeters thick, and surprisingly narrow across the wrist despite the straight lug style. This watch is 46.4 millimeters from lug to lug with a standard 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs, so you can accessorize this one with the world of strap accessories, aftermarket and OEM, that exist in the 20 millimeter size. Now the first thing to note here is that the officer style case means that the strap is secured using a bar and a screw, more secure than a spring bar and very traditional. It is of the officer's case fashion as well. You'll appreciate the burgundy strap, which has a large rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss finish, monotone stitch, sheer edge construction showing the layers of leather, calfskin on the underside, and you'll appreciate a matching rose gold buckle, not just matching the metal of the case, but also the banknote style scrolling. This is very much like what you'll see in high-end firearms engraving, and it's been rendered on every square millimeter of this watch, including the full deployant clasp, which is usually a Calatrava cross style filigree. Handsome, substantial, and it protects you from dropping your watch while donning or removing it bedside. Now, of course, this is a new Patek Philippe factory strap, so you'll be the one to crimp it or gouge it first. Let's talk a little bit about this engraving. As I mentioned, a lot of banknote scrolling, and it's not just the case and the bezel and the case back. As you can see, even the lug profiles have been hollowed out, relieved, and engraved, as well as the screws themselves. The screws fixing the bars into the lugs have been engraved. Turn the watch over, you can see that the crown itself has been engraved, and the case flanks in extravagant form done by hand with a burin, so that no two of the 5160 models are exactly alike. This is all freehand engraving, not lathe guilloche, so the pattern can never be repeated absolutely to the micrometer. No two are alike, each one effectively a piece unique. Now you can see on the dial of the watch a guilloche style engraving to match that banknote scrolling on the case, and it fills the center of the dial. The 5059, which debuted in the early 90s, was succeeded by the 5159 in 2007, and 2013 saw the arrival of the engraved 5160. And as you can see, it's the standard 5159 in case, shape, size, and mechanics with the retrograde date, with the red varnished retrograde date indicator. You have apertures for the perpetual calendar. You have the day, you have the leap year phase, and you have the month. The perpetual calendar need be adjusted only once in the year 2100, a quirk of the Gregorian calendar. Every other leap year as well as irregular length month will be handled by the calendar. You need not adjust the watch. There's a moon phase down at 6 o'clock. Its adjustment interval is once every 122 years. And then you can see blackened gold hands for the hours and minutes, and a lancet counterweighted seconds hand at center. Now the timepiece, when you flip it all over, by the way, I should mention, there's a lovely navy blue coloration to the Arabic numerals outboard of the blackened Roman numerals. The details here are graceful, thoughtful, and as you can see, plentiful. On the case back, once again, banknote scrolling, just like you'll see on high-end rifles or shotguns. J. Purdy and Holland come to mind, as well as many craft makers in Belgium and beyond. The timepiece with a Calatrava cross at the center of its caseback, the symbol of Patek Philippe after all, so the house emblem is on the caseback, and it is a hunter caseback that is hinged. You can see the reference inside, 5160, as well as a template if you wish for engraving and personalizing. So you get the best of both worlds. You get a display caseback over the caliber 324, and at the same time you get the solid gold caseback, so you're not shorted any gold. If you note that there is a engraved band encircling the sapphire display. Now this is caliber 324 automatic winding, and it features a 35 to 45 hour power reserve, unidirectional winding with ceramic rotor bearings. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. This one's adjusted in 6 positions, and that is one more than the chronometer standard. Not only does it feature Patek Philippe's historic Gyromax free-sprung architecture for precise regulation and shock resistance, it also features Patek Philippe's Spiromax silicon hairspring for anti-magnetism. A refined movement incorporating the silicon and the ceramic bearings. It does incorporate some stealthy high technology and materials. The timepiece per Patek Philippe is guaranteed to run no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per day. That's the combination of the 6-position adjustment with the Patek Philippe seal and the Spiromax hairspring. This is a timepiece that gives you just about everything you want, caliber 324 SQR being the nomenclature for this exact model. A timepiece that frankly takes the breath away, gloriously engraved, and again, no two alike. An unusual Patek Philippe Perpetual Calendar with the retrograding minutes and the aperture style displays rather than the conventional pointer counter. And of course you have the officer style case, so named because right down to the hinged hunter caseback, it's designed to evoke the converted pocket watches used by officers who needed both hands and couldn't resort to their pockets whilst spotting artillery and timing maneuvers during World War I, and that was the beginning of popularity in the wristwatch segment for men. Previously it was a woman's segment. Afterwards, wristwatches came to dominate by the late 1930s, and the officer watch style was the beginning. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com to put this one on your wrist.